So I've been trying to make some time to mess around with the high-speed camera a little bit. Finally got some really neat footage. We're working on making it better. I bought better lighting that should get even better than this, so we can bump the resolution up. Lighting makes a big difference. But at the end of this, at the very end, it's a very short video, but at the very end, I just wanted to show something because this is kind of like a public safety announcement. When you shoot big guns like 500 Magnums, you really need to shoot them two-handed. Because at the end of this, you'll actually see that, in a way, my finger pulled the trigger twice. You should be two-handed. I was using one hand on the gun and one hand on the remote trigger for the camera because I can't afford to have somebody help me hold the camera and press the buttons because I'm poor. What happened was I shot it one-handed. Now, because I'm being safe, I'm only putting one round in the gun at a time. It's interesting because the cylinder didn't rotate, but the hammer did drop twice. I think my finger didn't quite go far enough forward to be able to let the pole reset to grab the cylinder and rotate it. But it definitely, the hammer dropped, and then the hammer came back and dropped a second time. But so far, this is what we've got for footage. And this is decent footage. And you can see we slowed it down right here a little bit. And this is at about 4,000 frames a second. But then we slowed it down in editing to about 8,000. The fireball is awesome. If you've never shot a 500 Magnum, you have to. And use good ammo. That's another thing. I grabbed really, really powerful ammo because I wanted big fireballs and lots of recoil. But I grabbed hard cast lead because they're bare loads and I thought it'd be fun. The problem with that is they're hard cast lead instead of copper jacketed, which means they're going to be dirtier. So you can see there's a lot of smoke here. In this instance, I was able to hold on tight. My trigger finger did not move forward. It stayed back the whole time. And here we're just showing a comparison. This is just a tiny little Legion, an X5. There's almost no recoil whatsoever. The bullet's moving so fast you can't even see it. We couldn't even catch it, even on a single frame. There's a spark there, but we couldn't catch it. But this is an example of why lighting is so important. This was in a covered area without additional lighting, and that was as bright as I could get the image. And it's not very good, honestly. But then, so right there, I almost thought we could catch the bullet in midair. It is fun to watch in slow-mo, though. But here we've got bright, direct sunlight, and you can see it's a lot better image. One of the things that I didn't realize, and I'm learning in hindsight, is I should have, instead of centering the gun up, I should have had the gun to the left, and I would have had a better chance of catching a bullet coming out. That is fun to watch, though. Yeah, right there. If I had had the gun to the left, I think I could have gotten the round in the frame. I'd love to know what other people would like to see shot in slow-mo. And here's the 500. This is full 4,000 frames a second. It's pretty fast. It's pretty dirty. You can't really see the fireball that well. You might not have even noticed that the hammer dropped twice, but you can see the trigger is in my left hand for the camera. Now we slowed it down in post, so you can see the hammer's kind of jittery. And there's the bullet in the frame. We caught it. But that fireball is awesome. And I was so busy looking at that, I wasn't paying attention to the trigger finger. But now you can see the hammer is back again. And that's why I thought I actually pulled the trigger twice. Because the hammer's back. And we got frame by frame here, you can see how dirty that is because it's hard cast. The bullet's there, and if we had used jacketed, it probably would have been a lot clearer of an image. But there's the bullet in the frame. And that nice fireball. But if you watch close on the trigger finger here, you'll see hammer's coming down. The whole frame of the pistol moves back from my finger. So the finger comes forward. Then as I'm trying to hold on to the gun, I'm pulling the trigger again inadvertently, but the cylinder did not rotate. And there's the hammer coming back a second time. And that's it. So let us know if there's any kind of cool calibers you want to see in slow-mo. I want to play with that camera more, but it's hard to have time. But I'm liking it so far.